Thank God we have ruminants, otherwise we could not make use of 2/3 of all agricultural land. But the unintended consequences of that ability to make use of cellulose is the microbes that digest that cellulose produce a gas called methane.
And up until recently, methane was quantified the same as other GHGs.
They say methane is 28 times more heat trapping than CO2, but that's the only difference between the two gases. And that is absolutely not true, because the greenhouse gases CO2 and nitrous oxide are only produced, they are not destroyed. But methane is produced and also destroyed.
Filling in for Randall Wiseman, I'm Danielle Leal for Southeast AgNet.
Calling all veterans of Florida, the North-South Institute is offering a tuition-free training program in allied services, agriculture, and auxiliary industries. This training program also pays a stipend of $1,000. In addition, our enrollment incentive program pays $75 for each veteran that is referred and enrolled in the program. Yes, if you refer 10 veterans, you'll receive an extra $750. Call NSI at 954-434-8220 to register.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be partly sunny and warm. Should be breezy by this afternoon with a high of 85 to 90. Then look for an evening thunderstorm in parts of the area. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies tonight, low 63 to 68. Plenty of sunshine on Friday. Nice day. High tomorrow, 74 to 83. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
Tune in to the Retirement Referee with Steve Caruso.
One thing we know for sure is that life isn't static.
Sundays at 8 a.m. on The Source, 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Thursday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks. I'm your host, Tom Schmitz, coming to you from the palatial studios of WOCA Radio, just outside the food court entrance to the Paddock Mall in the Brick City Beautiful, Ocala, Florida, albeit a cloudy Brick City Beautiful. Today, chance of rain, about 50%. Thunderstorms in the afternoon as a cold front moves through. And let me tell you, it's going to get cold. It's going to go from 85 degrees to 78 degrees. Sue, let me turn you up, Sue, because somebody turned you down.
Oh, no, I get turned down a lot. That's not new.
Sue Mosley in the studio with us. This is the kind of day, as a woman, your hair is not going to be happy with you, is it? It would cloudy, humid.
No. Well, is it going to be humid?
Yeah.
It's windy and cool out. I don't feel any humidity, which no humidity is a good hair day.
That's what rain is, humidity.
It's humidity? Is it? It's just, God, I've just learned so much this week. It's been overwhelming.
Well, I understand.
Overwhelming.
So I saw you last night.
I know. Thank you for spending 5 minutes with me.
Look, there was a more important Sue that came to get me.
Well, evidently, I should have left when you left, because I had like 2 hours sleep and.
You are now the second Susan in my life.
Second Susan, and Susan is my birth name. You're one of the few people who call me that.
Yeah, well, your mama called you
my
Susan.
Mother.
I'm gonna call you Susan.
My mother. Yeah, that's about it.
Wasn't that the scene in Coming to America, the original one?
Oh God, now you're.
Mama called him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. Cassius Clay instead of Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, but you left me, and I had to do the circuit by myself. And, you know,
you're a big girl.
I'm a train wreck this morning.
Put your
I've
big girl pants on.
2 hours sleep. I spilled a whole cup of coffee on me. I don't even know how or why I'm here is more the question.
I know why you're here.
Because today was the morning I was going to text you and say, I'm out.
I know why you're here.
Why?
The ridicule you would have faced from me.
Well, yes. Well, and speaking of that, I went back to the.
By the way, just real quick, I did pick up my phone this morning and it buzzed in my hand. Tell me I have a text message, and I looked at my fiance and goes, "This is probably Sue saying she's not coming."
Well, believe me, I picked up my phone about 10 times since 4 a.m. to say I'm not coming. But I heard, I went back to our local, like I said, the circuit. So since you don't let me name things, but
right,
and I guess I've been the last few months that I've been on hiatus. I've been missing a lot of drama. So you neglected to tell me the story of the job interview that went bad and cost you a taillight.
It did cost me a taillight.
Cost you a taillight.
But it wasn't my fault that it cost me a taillight.
I think Craig Stewart is listening this morning.
He is.
And he told me I should probably bring that up.
He texted me early this morning.
Did he say he filled me in on all your bad stuff that I missed?
He texted me earlier this morning to tell me how really that he was jealous of Ricky Beck.
Why was he jealous of Ricky?
Because he Craig was on his way to work this morning to go look at a job, and as he passed where Ricky Beck works, Ricky was already at work, and this was at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, and what time? And Craig was already at work an hour?
Oh, no, Craig was on his way to work.
On his way to work?
And Ricky had already been at work.
So why would?
And I text Craig back, that's how Ricky is able to play golf every day.
All day, every day? Because he starts early?
Because he starts
early. You people are crazy.
There's no way I'm in at 5:40 to 5:30. My alarm doesn't go off till 5:50.
No, I know. I this morning after my, I think I had an hour and 45 minutes of sleep from, I shouldn't have been out as late as I was last night.
Well,
but
that's your problem.
It was my problem. But then I thought I can't wait for tomorrow to be over so I can start to sleep in again and not have to deal with you or the alarm or waking up.
So here's the deal with the taillight.
With the Cadillac and the light.
I just had the rear assembly on the driver's side replaced.
Who paid for that? You?
No.
You got reimbursed for that?
I got reimbursed.
The before the light part is what had me in stitches, but we're not going to speak about that.
No, there was a young man who he had probably had more than he should have, and he was sitting at the end of the bar where I usually hold court.
Right.
And where Craig holds court. And
see, you have your TK court spot,
yes.
and I have my Charlie Horse
right.
stool where
same
no one
place.
should even sit there
and
knowing
really,
I'm arriving.
It's really at the same place, the end of the
bar.
Right.
Right. Because I tell people all the time when they say, come join us, I'm like, no, I have to stay here because this is where I can greet everybody. I'm like the Walmart greeter at Charlie Horse. That's me.
So I was not there when the incident first occurred. I walked in mid-incident. And as I walk in, the guy looks at me and goes, "You can't stand there." And I looked at him and kind of chuckled, and he goes, "That's a service bar area. Get out of there." And I go, "I'd pump the brakes, partner. I just walked in and haven't had a drink yet. I'd calm down."
Just letting you know.
Well, he keeps going. I'm like, "Partner,
no,
pump the brakes. Because I'm not in a bad mood, but you're quickly getting me in one." Now he's yelling at me and a buddy of mine, Steve, and a buddy of mine, Kyle. Now let me give you some thing. Steve is the most nonviolent person you'll ever meet. Steve told the guy, "I'm about to slap the hell out of you," and he's the most nonviolent guy in the world. Okay, Kyle is 6'4", 290 pounds.
I think I saw Kyle last night.
You did.
I think I know who you're talking about. Okay.
He's messing with them two when I walk in.
Oh, jeez.
Now, let me set this up in context. The guy who's doing all the jabbing, 5'8",
always the way.
$145, $150,
120 pounds. Yeah. I could beat his.
Oh.
I could take him.
Oh. So when I walk in, now he's got a guy that's nonviolent, threatening violence. A guy who is twice his size going, "Buddy, if I dropped my hand accidentally on your head, you'd lose 3 inches." And then he decides I'm the guy he wants to.
How did he know it was your car that he?
No.
Did what he first did on?
He did not.
So that was just a lucky coincidence in the story.
Right. Finally, the general manager of this establishment tells him, "You got to go. I'm not going anywhere." "No, you need to go."
But he was in there applying for a job,
yeah, he
correct?
He
comes there to apply for a job drunk.
No. He was on his way to being drunk when he got there. Yes, he came to a job.
So
he came to a job
interview half drunk.
Yes,
and got fully drunk while applying.
No, after he had applied.
Oh,
after he'd had the interview.
He'd had the interview.
Yeah.
Okay, well that makes sense.
So the guy who he had the interview with is telling him, "You got to go. I'm not going anywhere. No, you're going to go. If I have to call the police, you're going to go. Call them. I don't care. I've been to jail."
Oh.
So at this point, I again say, buddy, you've made your point now. We understand you are Billy Bad, okay? Mm-hmm. And the best thing
bow
now,
down.
We're good with this, but why don't you go ahead and go now? Because that way you don't spend the night in jail. It's not that big a deal. Go ahead and go. I'm not going nowhere. Lock me up. I ain't scared of jail. Okay, all right. I wash my hands of this now, right? So I go outside, and we're outside watching this unfold inside with the manager and this guy. And it's humorous. Mm-hmm. It wasn't so humorous later. So the guy finally, I'll leave. He's throwing profanities out that you can hear. It wouldn't make either one of us blush, but it would make most people blush. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. So he goes out the front door. Well, the manager, who is good at his job, thinks that was too easy. This can't be good. So he goes through the restaurant and goes out the back door. Well, as he comes out the back door, the guy has meandered around the back to the back of the building, and in between where my car is parked and the little gated area that's the back of the restaurant, he got it out.
He needed to use the restroom?
He's got it out, and he's using the restroom.
That would have been worse than the taillight.
On my
car. That would have been, I probably...
He didn't know what car drove because he didn't know me.
It was just a lucky coincidence. It just happened to be yours.
It was in the back of the building, and he thought he had some cover. So something ensued where somebody told him, stop doing that, put that away, get out of here. He wouldn't. A scuffle ensued. He got hit. Now, I was not privy to any of this. I was inside. I didn't see any of this. Uh-huh. He was hit. My understanding is his body went stiff because he immediately went unconscious, and he fell back, and the crown of his head hit my taillight and busted a hole in it. Now, if you know anything about the Cadillac SRX, the taillights are the pseudo fins of the Cadillac. Mm-hmm. So they're shaped like fins, and they're rather hard. Mm-hmm. You got to be going at a pretty good rate to bust this taillight. Mm-hmm. It left a mark, I promise you. Yeah. So when I come out, somebody goes, oh, he's in the back and he's using the bathroom on a car. I go, it better not be my car. It better. And I go around, and Nefty goes, oh, should have said that. Anyway, my friend Nefty goes,
stay back.
Stay over here.
I got
Everything's good.
I got this.
Everything's good. And I go, is he on my car? And Nefty goes, he's sitting on the ground, but yes, his back is leaning on your bumper. I'll talk to you later. I got this. As the cops pull up. And I see the guy go, yep, you got this. So I go back inside.
You got to love bar shenanigans.
20 minutes later, they trespass the guy. But they don't take him to jail. Luckily, he doesn't go to jail. His night's not ruined. Mm-hmm. And then Nefty goes, hey, I need to talk to you. Your car's got a busted taillight. That kid's head had hit my taillight and busted. So I had to get it fixed. Yeah. But it was all over a job interview.
That was the best part. But that's typical. Employees today. Some employees today. I shouldn't say that. So yeah. So I was caught up on all the drama that I've been missing, and then I did the circuit, and here we are. Here we are on what day is? I don't know what day it is. It's Groundhog Day. I don't know. I don't know the time. What time of the day is it really?
It is not Groundhog Day.
There's a lot. Just too much. So
are you having issues?
I am. I told you I spilled my whole cup of coffee on me this morning, like in my face. I don't know what was happening.
How does one spill their entire cup of coffee?
I don't know. I'm having a bad morning. I'm not a morning person. I'm 4 days into this. I've been here every day in a timely manner.
You've been doing a good job. I'm going to be honest with you.
I should get some kudos for acting right.
Well, right now we're going to have to go to commercial break.
Okay, good. Okay. Can I take a nap?
No.
Please.
We'll be right back after this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Tune in to The Retirement Referee with Steve Caruso.
One thing we know for sure is that life isn't static.
Sundays at 8 a.m. on The Source, 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named. The man, the myth. The only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz. Sue Mosley in. She's filling in for Galen Unall from Life South. Galen Unall is usually brought to you by the good folks at Palm Garden. We'd like to thank Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. They're located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. They offer skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. If you have any questions how they're handling the COVID-19 pandemic, give Palm Gardens a call, 352-854-6262. We'd also like to thank Penn Flooring, family-owned and operated, serving Marion County for over 30-plus years. They are experts in commercial and residential flooring. Go see their showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street here in Ocala, or give them a call at 352-351-3420. Now, Sue, we only got a few more days with you today and tomorrow for, about 45 minutes today.
Probably talk about something of
Yeah.
intelligent value that people benefit from.
Let's talk about a place that is near and dear to you and I.
Oh, tell me.
Six-gun territory.
It is six. That just is still heartbreaking that's no longer here.
People always talk about how when you lose your childhood, and my childhood consisted of, and this was before my mind, and I go back to the happy times in my life. After about 12 years old, I don't really think that my family life was that good. That's my personal opinion, because my mom and dad got divorced then. I had a stepdad move in who thought he could just beat us into
which was acceptable
good behavior.
Back then.
No, it was acceptable.
Sort of, kind of.
It was acceptable until I came in and caught him choking my mom on the couch, and then he realized that the 16-year-old kid might not be the 12-year-old kid that he originally
first knew.
Yeah. So you know how Italian boys are with their mother.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
No matter whether you hate them or love them, you put your hands on my mom's. We got issues.
Get what you got.
We got issues. So my childhood, at about 12 years old, I became an adult. Really, I started towards the adult decisions and all. So my childhood, my fondest memories of my childhood are from the time I'm about 5 to 9 or 10, where every year in the last week of July, because my dad's birthday was August 20th, mine was the last week of July. So I didn't realize this at the time, but my dad would put his birthday up with mine, and we'd do a family birthday celebration and all, and it was on my week instead of having to wait for his week. But we were both Leos and everything, so it worked that way. And what we would do as a family every year was we'd take the trip down 21 till it dead ended in 20. Then we'd take 20 over to 301 through Hawthorne, come down 301 into a town called Ocala, Florida. We'd get on Florida 40, take a left. We'd go down Florida 40. We'd pass. There was a courthouse on the square and everything. It was just the late 60s. It might not have been. The courthouse was still there, wasn't it?
Well, it's the Rock Building, yeah.
Yeah. So we'd pass the downtown square of Ocala. Then we'd go and we'd get to the Morrison's cafeteria, which was on the right-hand side. And then you'd have pine trees.
For miles and miles.
And then you'd
swamp
get
and
to,
pine trees
you'd turn a corner. There was a Stuckey's restaurant right on the corner.
Forgot about Stuckey's.
There was a Stuckey's restaurant right on the corner.
That's right.
And then you'd have the Holiday Inn. And it had that big sign with the arrow that pointed, that lit up, and
Six Gun and Silver Springs was before the Holiday Inn.
No. So the Holiday Inn was right across the street from Silver Springs.
Right.
The entrance.
Yeah.
But you never knew Six Gun was there.
Oh, you were coming from the other way, from the forest?
No, we were coming
we were coming from the boulevard.
We are. We're coming from the boulevard.
So you're passing Six Gun first.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah,
we passed Six Gun first.
Don't mess up my dyslexic self.
We'd go
this early in the morning.
We'd pass Six Gun, then we'd pass the Stuckey's, pull into the Holiday Inn. The Holiday Inn was cool for two reasons. One, it was right across the street from Silver Springs, so you could walk. And two, it had a swimming pool. And those in-ground parking lot swimming pools.
That was back in the day.
And we would do 7 days.
Was the museum there then? Was the museum there?
It may have been.
Huh. We need to look into that one.
But that was what we would do. We would come down from Jacksonville.
Wow.
And our family vacation every year, because my dad would say, he'd always tease us in June. He'd go, so this year we're going to Montana. Six Gun, Silver Springs. That's what we, So we'd always come to the Holiday Inn. And I think then it was like $19.95 a night or something. Or $14.95 a night. It was something ridiculous.
I moved to Silver Spring Shores from New Jersey in when I was 12. So that was the big. My parents. There's Silver Springs and Six Gun, these attractions, and it's going to be so great and so fun and
it was.
So it was amazing. Six Gun was great. I mean, I was fortunate. My middle and high school years, it was still here. And Silver Springs, I can remember going to Silver Springs to watch Wide World of Sports. World Championship diving into Silver Springs, where what's his name, Frank Gifford was actually the the commentator, whatever they call it. And Barbara Gallico took me, if she's listening, and we met Frank Gifford. It was a big deal. He was young then, and Wide World of Sports.
We people forget that until October 1st. Of 1971. The main attraction in the state of Florida was Silver Springs.
Silver Springs, yeah.
Wilton Martin Sr., who was Buddy Martin's dad, was the PR director and all for Silver Springs. That's why the PR award, Florida PR Award, is named after him. He's the man that came up with the See Silver Springs idea and everything.
See, glass bottom boat. What was
and
it?
he told Bruce Mosert, who is the man who invented the underwater camera. People forget the underwater camera that everybody uses worldwide was invented in Silver Springs in Ocala, Florida.
Oh, wow.
By Bruce Mosert.
And what was the Sea Hunt? What was the show?
Sea Hunt was here.
What was the other one?
Did they do Flipper here?
I think they did a couple of episodes of Flipper here, but it was Sea Hunt, and I thought there was one other where there's still the underground in the.
Oh, I don't know. I know
really? Have you stumped?
I did the Creature of the Black Lagoon here.
Yeah,
I know they did movies
those things
here.
are still the props are still in Silver Springs. Yeah, it was Sea Hunt with
Lloyd Bridges.
Lloyd Bridges, but I feel like there was another series.
But Bruce Mosert. The underwater camera with the pictures of them mowing grass underground, underwater and everything. All that was done because Wilton Martin told Bruce Mosert. Bruce Mosert told this story on this radio. He said, he told me, I want to be able to take underwater pictures tomorrow. You better have me a camera tomorrow or you're out of a job and somebody else will make me the damn camera.
And he made it overnight?
Bruce made it overnight.
Wow.
And the rest is history, and that's where all the iconic photos come from and everything. So Silver Springs was the destination point in Florida. Miami Beach wasn't huge yet then. People forget that.
It's just so you can go ahead and say what you think why that all went under.
Well, then Six Gun opens in 1963. February 2nd, Groundhog Day. 1963. It was only open 20 years.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
According to the story in the Star Banner I pulled up from back in the day, he said Herbert Boots Hooker, a barber who shopped in Six Gun Plaza. He had a barber shop in Six Gun Plaza. He goes, the reason it all went down, Disney came. It kind of knocked us out.
Wow. That's what they say. I know. And I guess that must be the truth. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why they wouldn't have still been able to survive and go hand in hand.
Here's what I think knocked them out. Tell me. There's no easy way to get there. The interstate's close, but it's 8 miles away.
Yeah.
Once the interstate got to where you could take the interstate right to Disney, and you could take the interstate right to Weeki Wachee, and you could take the, because you get off the interstate at Weeki Brooksville.
That's what that could be. Yeah, because Silver Springs actually had a lot of restaurants. I think the Holiday Inn was the only hotel, but it had several restaurants. It had some gift shops. It had the whole touristy thing.
And
it
Stuckey's.
Had the feel. It had Stuckey's. It had it.
You'd get the pecan log at Stuckey's.
So I don't know. You could be right about the interstate.
We'll talk about that more after this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks right here on WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Looks like we're getting an extra month to prepare for our 2020 taxes. Individuals for the 2020 tax year will be automatically extended from April 15th to May 17th, 2021. The IRS will be providing formal guidance in the coming days. A Staten Island nursing home administrator said in a recent report that he and executives at other facilities were petrified by New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's infamous March 2020 order that COVID-positive patients be placed in long-term care facilities rather than hospitals. However, Michael Kaus says his concerns were shot down by state officials. President Biden's climate czar John Kerry was videotaped maskless on a plane despite requirements that passengers wear face coverings, sparking an investigation from American Airlines. Kerry was seen reading a book on a flight from Boston to Washington on March 17th, ignoring the mask mandate put on you and me. USA Radio News.
The following is a paid announcement. The advertiser was paid a marketing fee for a digital campaign. Please make sure to review our disclaimer on our report page.
The new year is here, and the time is now to capitalize on the EV stocks boom in the U.S. markets. The red-hot EV sector is on fire with no signs of slowing down. Here's just one example of what you can get with the information delivery system from Metals Industry Report. The electronic vehicles market could see a compounded annual growth rate of around 21.1% through 2026, turning into a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Text TECH to 48542 for more info on the EV market and to set your investment research strategy to hyper growth mode now with your free subscription to the Metals Industry Report.